Hello and welcome to Walk With Me. My name's Jade and we're going to take you on another walk around Melbourne today. This is episode 5 of season 3 and it is the Melbourne Central Business District. And I'm going to take you on some really cool adventures around unique shops, strange places that you may not have ever heard of. In fact, I've fucking hardly heard of any of these places we're going today. So that's going to be rad. We're going to find some interesting bars to drink at, and then we're going to end at the Melbourne Docklands. So that should be rad. I'm so happy that you chose to take the time to walk with me, and I get the pleasure to walk with you. Let's Oj. So right here I am outside of a bit of construction that's been going on for quite a few years actually, called the Melbourne Metro Tunnel. This is a brand new tunnel system that is going to be going throughout Melbourne to, I guess, change the congestion, the current loop that we've had for years of our underground train system. I'm not sure when it's going to be open, doesn't really say, but it should be getting close. I think it's next year or something like that. I'm currently on Swanston Walk and I'm heading up towards Bourke Street. So let's Oj. It is a very chilled Melbourne today, very overcast. And as I said, I'm walking along Swanston Walk. And before we get to all these cool, funky, interesting, bizarre shops, I need to go somewhere absolutely fucking boring. And I have to go to Kmart. I know, what an awful place to start, but I need to pick up some water bottles because the current system I have, it's not good. I need some thermoses, so we're gonna go and do that first. So yeah, as I said, we're gonna go there, then try and find these interesting shops, check those out, go to a couple of bars, and then we're gonna end up at the Docklands and see what's going on there. Let's Oj. So this place has been around as long as I can remember. It's open like really late at night. So whenever you need flowers for that last minute chance to win back your lover's heart when you've shit all over it, there's a 24-hour flower shop available for you. Oj. So we are on Bourke Street right now. I'm heading up this way. Behind me is the Bourke Street Mall. You've probably seen it on a bunch of these Walk With Me videos. And I'm heading to Kmart, which is just ahead. Shall I film in Kmart? Take you on the amazing adventures of the exorbitant and exotic gifts that you can find within Kmart. You know you want it, and I'm gonna give it to you. Let's Oj. So exactly what am I looking for? Well, I'm looking for these. And no, I'm a cheap bitch. I'm not going to buy those Stanley ones that all the TikTok mums are going spastic over. I'm going to get these Kmart ones because apparently they're just as good and the black one suits me fine. So let's grab 2 of these and let's Oj. Okay, so we've done our little Kmart trip. I'm not paying $80 each for 2 Stanley cups. Those silly things on TikTok. I got them from Kmart. Apparently the reviews say they're just as good. $15 each. So I need to do that because the water bottles that I normally carry in my bag, I normally freeze, so they're solid ice. And then as the day goes on, they defrost. But I'm finding for really hot days, halfway through the day, they're defrosted and they're warm. And I can't drink warm water, it's gross. Especially on a 35-degree day. So now these cups are both filled with water, sealed tight shut, and we should be good to go with chilly water all the way through the day. Let's Oj. Okay, so now we're heading into Bourke Street Mall. I'm taking you to a place that we walked through on the Laneway episode, Royal Arcade, because apparently there's some pretty cool shops in there. Some very unique, weird shops. And we're gonna go check them out right now. Of course, I'm gonna have to ask permission to go into these places. So I hope we can organize that. If not, it's going to be very disappointing and a very short show. All right, so this is the Bourke Street Mall. Already we've got buskers here. It is midday. As you can see, it's a terrible day today. The weather is absolute dog shit, especially for skyline stuff. Look at that, it's gross. But yeah, this is the mall. How cool is the mall? Yeah, trams running up and down. You've seen me here a few times during episodes. Anyway, this Royal Arcade's just around the corner. Ouch. So I'm standing here in the Royal Arcade outside of a place called Spellbox. You can probably see the sign up here. Let's give you a look at it. So this is our first stop today, and this is, just look at this stuff here. So one of the listed very unique places here in Melbourne. As you can see, Spellbox is a place of bewitching magic where spells, potions and charms transform the ordinary into the divine. At Spellbox, enchanted wheels are spun for your fortune told. Psychic readers see into other worlds, and a mystic flame will ignite in your heart when you enter. By power of the plants and trees, by sprouting seeds and falling leaves, I invoke the charms of blooms and bees to charge our charm as Gaia weaves. So mote it be, so magic rise, by moonlit night, by sunlit skies. So we're going to go in and have a look. I've got permission to go and have a look in here. And there is actually a spinning wheel that you can spin and then choose a tarot card from that. So that's really unique. Anyway, let's go and have a look. How rad is this, huh? So this miniature little house here that you can look into, this little workshop. Let's have another look. The Wheel of Elves for young witches and wizards. Say, I believe in elves, and spin the wheel, find the door that matches the symbol, and take your bewitched message. I believe in elves. So it looks like it's this one here. So the elf here, so there it is. And there's a little message in here. How cool. The pixie's message to you. Your imagination is fascination. Pixie stomping revelation. A place to go for confirmation. To have a mystic conversation. Your special way of contemplation. Twinkles like a constellation. A future bright, your destination. Rad. How cool, huh? Wow.
Yeah, it's a crowd pleaser. Yeah.
So here is the Wheel of Stars. This can be found at the back of the place. Which I hope it stops. And you take a card from here, the Wheel of Stars. Place a coin beneath the wizard's face and watch the wheel spin. It will stop in the right place. I don't have a coin. Oh, I should have read that first. So number 7 it landed on. Here you go. Your inner self, you have been true. Control the fine character guides. Victory through. The triumph time, splendid and new. Breaks free of woes and brings honour to you. Bewitchment. Pretty damn rad, huh? What a beautiful place. And let me tell you, it smells beautiful in here.
It's so good.
So that was our first stop today at the Spell Box. What did you think? Pretty incredible stuff. They've got another store as well, which is in the next arcade, which is more apothecary kind of stuff, where we had our wonderful friend on the show, yeah, Ali, who does the same stuff. So that's just in the next arcade. But we're going to go down here in this same arcade, and I think there's something interesting here to look at too. So let's go. So right now I'm outside of a place called Babushkas. Yeah, you know the song. Anyway, this is a place that specializes in, of course, babushkas. And it looks like puppets as well. So this is number 2 on our list of unique places around Melbourne that I'm taking you to today. So once again, I've got permission to go in because you got to do those things, yeah? Let's have a quick look at what we kind of got. Apparently they have babushkas with like presidents on there, and I don't know if you can get maybe your own babushkas. Oh, but I'll find out. So let's have a look. It looks like they got board games and stuff like that. That's huge. So how cool was that? That is Babushkas, our second stop on today's list, full of these amazing dolls. You could even draw your own. Did you see that? So apparently the place has been around for over 30 years. It used to be in another location in this arcade, but it has now moved to this one for the last few years. So there we go, Babushkas in the Royal Arcade. Let's oja. This is Curiosity Merchants, and the shopkeeper has let me come in here and film while he's just gone to get something to eat. So the main artist who does all the jewelry here is from New Zealand, and there are beautiful pieces in here of jade and stones, and she is amazing. Look at this beautiful piece of green stone here. Wow, are you blown away by that? Totally incredible stuff. And so this, I was told here, this is a jade piece as well, even though it isn't green. There's another one over here. So beautiful, beautiful stuff. Curiosity Merchants is the name of this store. I do believe it's number 45 here in the Royal Arcade. Ali, I know you're probably loving this. Look at these skulls. Wow, how much are these? Let's have a look, see if there's a price. No? I'll ask when he comes back. They are beautiful, aren't they? Look at these spray bottles. Wow. Utterly beautiful stuff here. And we've only barely scratched the surface. Look at across the top here. Good grief. And all these places have these amazing staircases. So let me give you a quick tour. Make sure we cover everything. This place is absolutely fucking beautiful. We've got some stuff in here as well too. And so what do you think, guys? The last thing I'm going to show you as we get out of here is this beautiful thing here. Check this out. Wow, look at that. All right, here I am. So this is Curiosity Merchants in the Royal Arcade. Come and check it out. Absolutely beautiful. Let's oge. Okay, so now we're leaving the Royal Arcade. And how cool was that? The owner just vacated the shop to allow me to walk around and tell you the story and show you what's going on inside the place. And I bought something as well. See those little skulls? Look at that. So it's got perfume in it as well. And it smells beautiful. It was $25. He was so kind. And this smells so beautiful and it looks great. So I bought that as well. Let's oge. So we are now walking along Little Burke Street, which is just next door to the Burke Street Mall that you just saw me walk across. And I'm heading to a bar, hopefully, called the Rooftop Bar, to go grab a beer. We've seen 3 stores today. All very cool, huh? There's plenty more on the list that we're going to go and check out. I've got to get off the road. I'm going to get hit by a motorbike, like that. So I'm going to stop. It is 2 o'clock in the afternoon. It's time to have a drink and chill, catch up with you all, and then we'll continue our journey. It's oge. So here I am at the Rooftop Bar enjoying a beer. Yes. Cheers. Even though it's really overcast here today, it's still warm. I don't know what the weather is right now. Let's have a look, see what it is. It's currently, let me give you a weather update. Yeah, because it matters. It's been really hot here over the last few days. Super stinking hot. Currently it's only 22 degrees and overcast, but it's still really muggy and sweaty. So I've been to 3 unique places on the list so far. You enjoyed it? Pretty cool places. You know, I've got this little skull thing. Let me show you it here. Now there's music playing in the background, so hopefully I can cut this out. But there it is, $25, and it smells beautiful. Look at this. Yeah. Oh my God. That's so nice. So I think I can pop can I pop it? I don't even know. There we go. But pretty damn rad, huh? So I love this, really nice. And hopefully the other places we're going to are just as cool and interesting. I hope everybody's doing well. So yeah, today, the reason why we're doing these unique little place as well, it's very overcast, and going out to like a park or something nice like that, it's not going to work well. Plus, I wanted to do something a little bit different again, and just, I don't know, find some interesting places. So I think there's another like 8 places on my list. They're all very different from each other, so hopefully you dig that. Cheers. There's another bar I'm probably going to stop at as well and check that out too. a bit later in the day. It's quite a bit windy here today. It looks shitty, doesn't it? But what a great view. Like, let me just show you here. So it doesn't look like much today, but looks like they could probably even have bands here as well. I could even get a burger while I'm here, but you know, I shouldn't. It is walk with me. I shouldn't even be having a beer and stuff like that, but I am. So all the places that I've been to today have been very kind and allowed me to walk through. So if you are watching this, to all the establishments so far, thank you so much. It's very kind of you to allow me into your space and film these places. And yeah. All right, I'm gonna finish this beer and then we'll scoot on to the next few places. And today we're gonna end down at the Docklands. Before we get out of here, what have I walked today? I don't even know. I've only done 2.5 kilometers. A lot of stopping and starting, but there's gonna be a bit of walking coming up now. All right, let's go. So that was the rooftop bar, which we stopped and had a beer. Next we're heading to a couple of hopefully interesting places. Are you ready to oge with me? Let's see where we're off to next. I have no idea what these places are like. I don't know, I'm just going off instinct, folks, so let's hope it turns out for the best. Let's oge! So just to give you some context, I'm currently walking along Lonsdale Street, heading up to our next shop of unique curiosity here in Melbourne. I tried to find some strange places, not strange, but just unique shopping experiences for you. If you ever do come to Melbourne, you know. Because God, who wants to see the boring stuff, yeah? Let's oge. How cool is this, huh? All this artwork behind me? It's a shame it smells like piss. It's hideous. But look at that artwork. Just sick. Just smells like piss though. Anyway, you know what I'm gonna say. Let's huge piss. So this is Wonder Camera. Unfortunately, the owner would not let me come into film, but I'm still gonna show it because it's unique. Inside it has oddities, curiosities, animal eggs, as you can see, strange dolls with skulls and stuff. It's a shame because it looks really fun in there. You know, hey, what are you going to do? Some people just don't want you to film in their venues. They think it's going to harm their business or something like that, even when you ask. But it's always worthwhile, my friends, to ask, you know. Definitely worthwhile to ask, but there it is. Wonder Camera. A lot of people recommended this to me and said it was an interesting place. Scientific curiosities, artifacts. But unfortunately, Some people are just strange, man. Like, you should have seen him when I said it. He was like, I don't know about that. It's very, it could damage my, how could somebody coming through talking up your store damage your business? Do you know what I'm saying? When you come in, like I would have asked, like I have every store I've been to, I try and ask a little bit about the history of the place, something interesting about it that I can talk about, because I'm trying to showcase places, yeah? But some people just have a stick up their ass, what can I say, you know? And I certainly didn't want to pull it out. He looked like he was enjoying it right deep inside his colon. Let's oge. So of course I'm not wanting to harp on or anything like that, but it is interesting when you go into places and say, hey, here's who I am, here's what I do, willing to give you my channel, I'm wanting to showcase what you have, and they get very strange and you think, there's nobody in here, man. You know, it's a tough world at the moment, business. I would think, you know, you would want to take on any form of help, no matter what. I guess some people are just untrusting of a stranger. But yeah, so far everybody else has been fantastic. And I want to thank you guys again for that. You know who you are, the places that I've already been to. The next place I'm going to is a little bit odd. I'm not going to say who it is next, just in case they don't let me do it. You know what I'm saying? Oge. So unfortunately, the place I wanted to come today is closed. This is called High Tide behind me. It is a modern day sex store, which sells really super ultra modern sex toys. And the whole philosophy behind them is to take away the shadiness and the, you know, the grossness of a XXX store. And as you could see, probably through the window, it looked really fancy in there. So it's a shame that it's closed, but High Tide is what that is called. And it is a modern take on your average sex store. Spewing it's not open. They probably would have let me film in there. Looks like it's only open from Wednesday through to the weekend. Mondays and Tuesdays closed. Anyway, let's oja! So I'm here at this place called Maniacs. It's an axe throwing place. It's, how much is it? I'm here with Abigail, who's going to demonstrate for us.
Hi.
How much is it?
It's for normal weekday sessions. They're $30 for half an hour,
yep,
or $49 for an hour.
Wow. And she's going to like give us a demonstration of what happens here, throwing axes, and I'm going to stand back and let it all happen. So let's oge.
Yeah. This is the main axe we normally get people using.
Yep.
The S-Green Campus Hatchet, pretty nice axe. For this axe, two-handed or one-handed, with two hands. Going to be got marks on the ground where people need to stand, so black line's perfect.
Right. Oh my god! That is so rad. So, as I said, Melbourne is full of experiences, yes? Strange stores which you've been to already. Are you going to give us another? I'm up for it. Rad. Damn. So this is Maniacs. I'll take a little bit of a walk around. I don't want to film customers, of course. I never try and do that. But this is located on Elizabeth Street in Melbourne, in CBD. It's huge. So these are the places here to throw axes, yeah? And you can also, believe it or not, get alcohol here. But the rules are, from what I've been told, that you have to have your drinks after you throw the axes. They won't let you throw axes if you've had a few to drink. So, you know, you got to think about that. Very dangerous. I'll give you a little bit of a look around, and then we'll hit the road and go to our next places. Look, you've even got instructional videos up here. How to throw the axes. I had no idea this place existed. It's so rad. So if you're in Melbourne, you want to start throwing axes, here's your place to go. Wow, there's even like an area down here that you can sit and chill after you've been throwing axes, after a long, hard day of throwing axes. And there's even a fake fireplace here to chill out. What a unique experience. Who knew? And look at this huge Connect 4 thing here on the table. How rad is that? This place is like nothing I've ever seen. And so cool to see Abigail, who threw the axe for us, another trans lady, female. So it's good to see her sister get, working and doing what she loves. So cheers to you, Abigail. And she's a pretty good axe thrower too. I wouldn't want to fuck with her. So there's that. Anyway, let's oge. What a crazy experience that was. So, Maniac's axe throwing. It wasn't even on my list of places to go. I just walked past it, was like, what is that? Sick. I really wanted to do it, but I don't have the money. You know, I'm poor, all this stuff. But Abigail was a master anyway. Awesome stuff. So if you're in Melbourne, go and check out Maniacs. The perfect place to go if you want to throw axes at people. Let's oge. So right now I'm at the front of a place called Coleman's Music. This is the place where I've actually bought a guitar. It's one of the only music shops in the CBD. And of course I've asked permission to go in, so we're going to have a little squiz. They've got this beautiful room at the back, which is acoustically treated. We can go in and play guitar and stuff. So let's go and have a look. Yeah, let's oge. I love this little treated room here that you can close the doors to and come in here. This is like the acoustic room, which has a whole bunch of acoustic guitars in here. This is where I bought one of my acoustics. Got a nice couch to sit down and chill and play. I'm guessing they want you to buy one of these. A Guild guitar. Yeah. Got a banjo there in the corner. So yeah, definitely one of the only places here in the CBD that sell guitars. There used to be a few more places that did so, but I guess the call isn't here anymore to do so. You all drool it? Man, look at that. That is beautiful, isn't it? Good God, $899. A 2,000 for that one. Man, that's nice. That's, what a colour. Look at the colour of that. Fucking beautiful. Awesome, huh? So there you go. Let's get on with our journey. We've got a few more places to check out. Let's oge. So right now I'm on Collins Street, heading up to back to Swanston to two more places that are very close to each other. We've covered a lot of places today. I'm still shocked about that axe throwing place. I was actually looking for something else, an old comic toy store called Minotaur, and it looks like it's gone and it's been replaced with the axe throwing place. So when I got there I was like, what's going on? But how interesting was that? We've done a music store as well. Got to see some guitars and stuff. So What have I done today? So my watch actually says 3.5 kilometers, but as usual, I forgot to turn it on at one point and lost about a kilometer. So it is about 4.5K we've done today, walking around. Anyway, here we are on Collins Street. Trams, usual fare, you know. And let's see if we can go to these other two places along here. See if they'll let us film. Ask permission, of course, as always. And then on to the next adventure. Let's ouch. So this is the Muses of Mystery, and again, you know, some places just don't allow you to film in there, and this is one of those places. Just management has made a decision, and it's not because they're rude or anything like that. It is because some of the products are tied to people who don't want their name filmed or anything like that. So, but it's rad inside, let me tell you. But here it is, Muses of Mystery. I can recommend coming in here, as you can see just from the outside. Really cool stuff. Potions, whole crystals, whole lot of stuff. So I'm here in Centre Place Lane. You would have remembered this from the Laneway special I did. And I've come to a place which has a beautiful story. This is Beekeeper Parade. I'm going to show you the sign here. So my beginning in life is a little bit different to most people. I was born in prison and I lived the first 3 years of my life imprisoned. But I had one of the strongest mums ever, and she protected me, and we escaped the war, landing in Melbourne, growing up in Broadmeadows from when I was 3. People keep saying I was lucky, but this isn't completely true. We survived because people cared enough to help. I'll get a bit closer, such as Australians fighting for freedom and asylum. But there was no way I was going to live my life normally. When I became an adult, I wanted to say thank you to all the people who helped me. So I went to Cambodia and helped build 5 schools. This is great, but something happened to me a few years ago that broke me and challenged me forever. I lost my little sister to cancer. Surviving this loss and learning to live with the grief that has been my greatest challenge. In her will, Sophia left me her car with instructions to sell it and use the money to create a business that would inspire change. So I created Beekeeper Parade, and I've been working every single day on it. Amazing story here. And look, some of the, I'm going to take you inside. I've of course got permission. Look at this bag, $40. I want this so bad. Grow up, be a unicorn, stab people with your head. Melbourne, the land of coffee snobs. Look at this beautiful stuff, man. Look at this bag. Oh my God. So they've got these little purses too for the unicorn ones. 10 years ago, I started this business by upcycling t-shirts and backpacks and selling them at school markets. This is a beautiful story of somebody who's overcome adversity to create this little store in one of Melbourne's most iconic laneways. I mean, to be able to have rent space here, you know, it's a lot, I'm sure. But look how beautiful this is. I'm going to take you inside and show you around, and I'm sure you're going to love it. Let's ouge. if you aren't inspired by this right now, I don't know what the fuck is wrong with you. Slap out of it. What a beautiful little store. So this can be found here in this beautiful laneway, which we did in one of our laneway specials already. Come and check it out. Let's oge. Wow, how cool was that, huh? So once again, just so you know, that is Beekeeper Parade, and what a beautiful story, and what a really unique and interesting place. You know, Melbourne is just full of this stuff here. Like, here we go. Here's another place that's interesting. Clothes and such. Melbourne is just full of unique experiences, be it food, coffee, whatever you want. It's all here. Like, if you don't know that by now, then you're crazy. Let's oge. So this here is called Monster Threads, and it's here in the Centreway Arcade at the end of where we just came from, the Beekeeper Paradise thing. And this is just like a really quirky, unique, touristy kind of place for people to come and get stuff that is authentically Australian, but not tacky. Like when we were at the Victoria Market, we did the show there, it was all just fucking koalas made in China and all this wank. So very, very unique, interesting, vibrant toys, products and stuff. You're going to see, I'm going to take a walk through and show you, but even just looking through the window here, you can see really unique takes on like toys. I really love stuff like these beautiful egg cups up here. So, and look at these adorable little motion things. Look at these, they are fucking amazing with the little train. About $120 for these ones down the bottom here. Just really interesting stuff. Stuff you're not going to find anywhere else, you know. Absolutely unique. And again, very, very Melbourne. Very, you know, these are the places I love. So we'll take a quick look around the place. Don't want to film any customers. Of course I've asked permission. I always do. Let's oge. So that was Monster Threads, and we're going to head out and try and maybe get a beer and then head down to the Docklands. I met Sam in there, so another wonderful LGBTQ person. Thank you for the lovely conversation as well. Let's oge. We're going to head back down here and maybe find a bar to drink. Oge! I'm at Luster Bar right now in Flinders Lane, and this is what I'm getting to overlook. This is Flinders Lane, and there is the Grave Street laneway, and the laneway we just came from is just down there. I used to come here a lot when I was with my ex, and we would come here and drink. So right here on this metal strip, I'm allowed to vape here. How cool is that? And this is Luster Bar. There you go. So there is the view, and because it's 4 p.m, half price Peroni. So this was, how much? $4. Rad. Let's oge. So here I am at the Luster Bar, just having a break before we head down to the Docklands. It's about 4 in the afternoon. This place has just opened, yeah? Damn, nothing like a $4 beer, huh? So happy hours, I think, between 4 and 7. I think so, I can't remember. Yeah, it's going to be good enough for you, yeah? Can vape here on the edge of this balcony, which is rad. Hopefully the noise cancellation will remove the music that's being played. We'll try our best, you know. It's been an interesting day. I have walked about 5.6 kilometres. We've got a fair walk to go. I'm going to walk all the way down to Docklands and have a look down there. It's going to be quite dead, I think, but I want to go and have a look at it. I've never actually been down there and had a look. So, strange. We've seen some really unique and interesting places today, yeah? Like, you know, so many different kinds of shops. That axe throwing place was just mad, wasn't it, yeah? Throwing axes. Who would have thought something like that is available just in the CBD, yeah? It's a shame the really posh adult sex shop wasn't open. That would have been rad. Maybe we'll do that another time, yeah? Because I'm sure there's more unique experiences to have. Cheers. This is the best tasting beer I've had in ages. Why? Because it only costs $4. It is what it is, isn't it? Look at this down here, yeah? What a beautiful view of this wonderful street. This is Flinders Lane, as I said. And so that's the Graves alley with all the beautiful restaurants just down there. And yeah, what a Luster Bar. There you go. All right, I'm going to finish off this beer, have a few vapes, and then get moving again. Let's, oh, Jaroo. Twisted Toys. Brad, what are you doing? We can't go down there. It's always your fault, Brad. He was trying to get me to go to the XXX shops. Brad, it's out. So this is a bread top. It's this strange phenomenon that has engulfed Victoria, where they have these tiny little like things that you buy. We just go in and get some. Let's go in and get something. They've got these really weird little pastries and things that you can get. You grab a tray and you just self-serve and then walk out with them. Let's go in and grab something and see how it goes, all right? Let's go. Thank you so much. Have a good day. So that was the bread top experience. Weird, huh? Look at this thing. They give you these little plastic bags, and this thing is like it's like a donut, yeah? It's like a soft donut with a sausage inside it. Oh man. But they're so fucking nice. It's such a weird experience. It's very Asian, yeah? As you could see by the store. Oh, they're so Moorish though. It's just like, oh, the bread's very sugary, you know. It's glazed and it's got a sausage in the middle. All right, let's oge. So I'm here in this place where I'm going to take you to a shop which I've bought things from before, called, Laurie, you're going to love this, Shiny Way Wigs. The wigs that I wore on my a bunch of my live streams, I got from here. So let's go into the land of wigs and show you what it's all about. I may even buy one while I'm here. Let's have a look. Here we go. Oh my God. Are you guys in heaven? Yeah. So I bought a whole bunch of wigs from here. It was probably a few years ago when I lost all my hair when I was really sick. And these wigs got me through because I lost all my hair. I was going through some chemo at the time and they really helped. And some of them I still have and they're still doing really well. So I just thought I would come and give a bit of homage to this place. They've been here for quite a few years and they have their own factory where they make these wigs as well. Laurie, are you drooling? Should I buy one? They actually take Afterpay as well, so that's pretty cool. I don't know, I definitely need like a blonde one or something like that, yeah? Let's give you a look. And I know you guys are freaking out going, I'm in heaven right now. What wig? Ron Ward. Should we get Ron Ward a wig? He loves his wigs. I don't think Ron Ward would look good in one of these. All right, so let's oge. Boom. So here I am outside of Shiny Way Wigs and I did buy a wig, yeah? I did buy a wig and Mia, who is absolutely beautiful, helped me out with a sick wig, you're gonna love it, and some extra little hair pieces and stuff like that. So let's get out of here, we go back down here, yeah? And I wanna say thank you, Mia, for being so kind and wonderful. You're such a beautiful soul. Mwah! So this was 365 Little Collins Street and we went upstairs. It was level 2. And Mia, if you are watching this, thank you for being so kind and wonderful. What a beautiful soul you are, and allowing me to film in your store and show all those wonderful wigs and helping me out by getting something really nice. I'm sure my audience is going to see this thing that I got, yes, in a upcoming episode. What wig? Now you know what wig. The best wigs. Let's oge. Okay, so I am currently walking up Collins Street in the Melbourne Central Business District, heading to the Docklands. This is where we're going to wrap up the end of the show today. We have seen some amazing, interesting little places, don't you think? Look at this. Taco Bell. No, it's not the Taco Bell you have in America. We have our own weird chain here in Australia of Taco Bell. It's not your Taco Bell, it's an Australian Taco Bell. Totally different. Not a chain, yeah? There's only that one, I think. So there's that. But what an interesting trip we've had today around some of these cool places. Now it's starting to rain. Lucky I've got an action camera which can deal with the rain. So it's starting to spit right now, you can see on the ground. Raindrops. Oh. And I just had a drink from one of those new flasks I have in my bag. Still chilled. Perfect. 15 bucks, yeah? Didn't have to spend a lot of money like the big fancy ones that are on TikTok. I've had a ball today walking around some of these really interesting places. Meeting so many happy people too who run these businesses. Just really friendly, happy people who seem like they really enjoy their own businesses that they work in. And that's what you love, I guess. That's the beauty of owning a very unique and interesting business in Melbourne. So, a bit of a walk to go. Don't know where we're going. It's all a bit of a random potluck situation coming up. But we're going to oge. I'll see you soon. Oge. Wow, look at that big police building there. That thing is huge. Why do the cops need such a big building? Damn, that's big. There's a lot of pigs in there right now. Oink, 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 oink. Let's out. So right now I'm at Southern Cross Station, the largest train station here in Melbourne. And as you can see behind me, there are people everywhere. This is peak hour. Yeah, and across over behind me there you can see Marvel Stadium. Here is the railway station. And there are people everywhere. It is a sea of human beings. So I'm heading down this way. And really, I haven't really explored much of the Docklands. Probably not going to spend too much time here because it is getting late. It is 5 p.m. and what have I done in kilometers today? Nearly 8 kilometers today, yeah? So it hasn't felt like a lot. It's not like I have filmed a lot of footage, but I have covered a lot of the city because all these shops that we went to today, they are all across the entire city. And sure, you're not seeing me walk around to all these places, but trust me, I'm walking and I'm trying to burn the fat, even though I had a couple of beers today and all of that. So, what is the Docklands? This is the Docklands. As I said, there's a huge stadium right here. Office buildings, apartments. This all used to be Docklands because the docks are just out ahead forward where we're walking. Where I took that ferry in one of the episodes to Williamstown, it goes past all those Docklands, and this has all been converted into luxury apartments and all that jazz. So here you go. And here's a view of Melbourne from this train station. It's a huge train station. It used to be called Spencer Street, but it's had a name change, you know, to make it a bit more upmarket. It's had a total facelift. It really is a modern train station now here in Melbourne compared to Flinders Street, which you've seen a lot of. That's very old and heritage listed. So let's head further down this way and see where we end up. Let's ouch. What an odd time to be filming a YouTube video when at the stadium tonight, Pink is performing. So you can see we've got signs here for gates. That's why it's so crowded. People are here to see Pink. And I just saw t-shirt sellers. I asked somebody who was walking along where they're going, and they said they're going to see Pink. So wow, I'm heading down into this crazy crowd here where there's, what am I doing? I'm heading down into a place where there's just kids everywhere. The worst time to film a YouTube video, right? Who knew Pink was playing tonight? Look at that down there. It's chaos. Should we go into the chaos or try to walk around? I think we should go down there, check it out. Huge stadium. I think it holds about probably 60, 70,000 people. And yeah, it's going to be packed tonight. I thought it was a bit odd. I thought, like, hang on. It's not like this normally around 5 p.m, people going home from work. There's a lot of people around. It's Pink. So, yeah, this is Marvel Stadium. And yeah, I'm sure if I came back here in about a couple of hours time, the amount of high-pitched squealing that be coming out of this stadium would definitely make me fall to my knees in pain. Earth-shattering children's cries as they scream out for Pink, yeah? It is what it is, yeah? So we're going to go past this shitty stadium and past Pink. I don't really want to see Pink. I like Pink, I think she's awesome. But I want to get away from these crowds. Look at that. There you go. So she's on the next 2 nights. Tonight and Wednesday night. All right, we're heading down here. Let's out. So this is the edge of the Docklands here. In the distance you can see the Balti Bridge. That's one of the bridges we went under when we went on the ferry out to Williamstown Beach. And yeah, so all this used to be Docklands. You can see the tram line down there. One of the episodes when I jumped on the free tram and went around, that's where I went past. We'll go down there, get some shots down there, and then I think we'll call it a day. I think this is definitely a place I need to explore in its own show, because as you can see, it's all high rises. Look at all the high rises out there too. I have never been to any of these places before. This is all redevelopment that has been happening over the last 10 to 15 years. And it's amazing to come here and just go, holy shit, this was all Docklands. This is like where shipping containers were. When I was a kid, the unions here had like picket lines and stuff, blocking shipping containers coming in. It was all down there. And now it's just this beautiful area that is just metamorphosed into a butterfly. So I'm not gonna lie, some of the mums I've seen and what they're wearing to this Pink concert, it's just like, give that outfit back to your daughter for God's sake. You're like 50, why are you wearing that? Very entertaining, let me tell you that. All right. Hey, people should have fun doing whatever they want, yeah? Do what makes you happy. Let's rock. Okay, so here we are at the end of another walk with me. It is episode 5 of season 3, and I hope you have had a cool time today. You enjoyed it today. I'm so glad that you chose to walk with me. I love walking with you. It's awesome. We did something a little bit different today, and we checked out some unique and interesting places to shop in Melbourne, yeah? So we started off at somewhere really boring. We started off at Kmart, and I got one of these. I got 2 of these. These are $15, and boy, this water is still chilled. So chilled, it's rad. $15 each. Not spending $80 in those stupid TikTok ones. No way, no siree, no. We're not doing that. So my watch has crapped it today. For some reason, it's not working. Luckily, my iPhone captures all the walking as well. And it looks like, let's check the stats today, give you some stats before we move forward. The stats say that I have burnt a whole lot of calories, heaps of calories. So we've done 12,215 steps at a distance of 9.92 kilometers, 6 flights of stairs climbed. So there we go, there's our stats there. We've burnt like 3 rings on here. I'm probably going to start using this instead of my watch now. Low power, it ran out of power today, so that's the deal with that. Where did we go today after we did the boring Kmart? Well, let's go through some of the places that we went to. We started off at a place called Spellbox. Very interesting place, had those really cool wheels that you spun, and these little tickets came out with these affirmations and stuff, so that was really rad. Super interesting stuff there. Next we moved on to a place called Babushkas. Who knew there was a place in Melbourne that just specialised in babushka and marionette dolls? Unbelievable. I love that kind of stuff. Very unique, yeah? So then we moved on from there to the Curiosity Merchants, where I picked up that beautiful skull perfume, and the owner was so sweet to allow me to go in and film while he waited outside. Very tiny little place. New Zealand artist who made all that jewelry, which was just beautiful. I'm sure you'll agree, yeah? So that was Curiosity Merchants. Then we moved on. Where did we go from there? I think we went and had a drink, didn't we? At the, what was it, the upstairs bar? Had a beer up there and had a look at that place. Nice and empty. Got some city skyline views and got to vape there and chill and have a beer. That was rad. Then kind of things went a bit downhill from there, because where did we go? We went to Wonder Camera, whatever it was. It was empty, man, and the guy was just so weird. He was like, no, you can't film in here. Hey, your decision, dude. Your shop looked really interesting, but you didn't let me in. From there, we moved on to, I think it was High Tide, I think it was, yeah, which was a pawn shop with dildos and vibrators, but very classy. It was closed, unfortunately. I didn't check, and I should have checked because it looked really rad. And yeah, that's that. Where else did we go from there? I'm trying to think. One of the places I wanted to go to wasn't open. That was Nature Strip. That was a record store, little record store. They weren't open today, so I missed out on that one. We also stopped off at, how cool was this? Maniacs, the axe throwing place. What the hell? I want to thank, I think it was Abigail. I'm shit with names here, but my wonderful friend who threw the axes for us and gave us a little rundown of how that works. An axe throwing venue in the middle of Melbourne. So cool. The other place we went to was the Muses of Mystery. Unfortunately, they didn't want me to film in there as well. It looked like a wonderful place full of potions and just witchy stuff and interesting books. And so a bit disappointing to not be able to go in and film there. Then we went on to, I can't remember. I'm trying to remember. Brains. Remember Brains. Brains aren't working that well. We stopped in at the Beekeeper Parade, that wonderful little store with that cool unicorn bag and the beautiful story about that woman who was born in a prison and now has this wonderful little store. Just interesting, yeah. I love these interesting places. Then we called in next to it was Sam at Monster Threads. It was that cool little Australian kind of interesting toy souvenir place. That was really sweet and cool. Nice to meet you, Sam, as well. Then I think, have I covered all of them? I think I have. I think I've got them all. My brain's going over and over. That's all of them. The last one we went to was, of course, Shiny Way Wigs. And no, we went and had a beer, didn't we? So we went to a beer at Luster, at that upstairs bar, had a nice beer there for happy hour. And then we ended up at Shiny Way Wigs, where Mia, thank you so much. You were very kind, and I grabbed a wig as well. You'll see that sometime in the future, yeah? So I picked up a couple of little things today, that little perfume skull bottle, a wig, and some little things to go in with my dreads that Mia gave to me. So thank you all to all the merchants who allowed me to film in your stores. I know it's a big thing to let a stranger come in and film in your stores, but they're just very unique. And kudos to people who are out there giving us unique experiences in stores that a taste of something interesting, because we live in a world that can be very bland and boring sometimes. And it's amazing that they have stuck it out through COVID and all these tough times. So it's a credit to them that their businesses are going, and I wish you all much success in the future. We closed off here at the Marvel Stadium where Pink is playing tonight, and I'm overlooking the bay here, and it's beautiful. It's a nice way to finish. So that's it. That is episode 5 of season 3 of Walk With Me. This is the Melbourne CBD, and of course a motorbike has to turn up while I'm filming, because that would happen. All right, I'm going to walk back to the train station and hit the road. This is the last time you're going to hear my voice for this episode. Lastly, I want to fill you in a little bit on Thailand. Yeah, so it is happening. Yesterday, I applied to renew my passport. That's all going ahead. I should have my passport in the next few weeks. Then I can go to Adelaide and then on to Thailand. Things are moving. Thank you again. I hope you enjoyed this episode, had a good time, yeah? Let me know by hitting the like and subscribing and all that jazz. Thank you for your non-stop support on the channel. I love you lots. Remember, do the things that make you happy. Mistakes make you better, and we'll all rise together. And for the last time today, you know what I'm going to say. Let's Oge!